Look, you are definitely not paranoid. The walls aren't just closing in, they're being dismantled for parts. So if you feel like your game library is turning into a look but don't touch digital prison, you are definitely paying attention. So today, instead of just going out and having fun, or staying in and gaming and having fun, we're gonna talk about Sony again. We're gonna talk about Xbox. We are going to talk about GameStop. We're going to talk about No, we're definitely not talking about mamas, but we do have a pretty sad, although interesting podcast. So let's go down this rabbit hole together and start talking about Sony. Yep, about Sony. If you guys are not in the loop, just go and hear the other podcast. We have been talking about Sony every podcast, basically. So the thing is that they officially confirmed that physical disc production for new PlayStation games, it's definitely ending on January 2028. This happened around 3 to 4 weeks ago, and they basically have not going back on their word. So let's consider it a done deal. And this isn't just some abstract business pivot, okay? It's a total transformation of our relationship with the games that we buy. So the backlash has been massive, and for good reason. Because this isn't just about collecting plastic, it's about ownership. And that has been affecting all of us. Now, the first battle that was fought with this in mind was the Stop Killing the Games movement in Europe. And that pretty much ended after Ubisoft closed door meeting, when they just concluded that video game companies are responsible enough, and look who they met with, to kind of like auto-regulate their consumer practices. So yay. So the first one was a loss for us. So we're going 0 to 1, I guess. But now, in the Netherlands, there is a Dutch consumer group that just filed a $457 million lawsuit against Sony. And they've hit it right on the point that should keep every gamer up at night. They said, well, Sony, if you're killing discs, you are a monopoly. Chan, chan, chan. Here's the reality they are pointing out. Sony has spent years defending itself against antitrust claims by waving its hands at the physical market. They have argued, look, you know what? We aren't a monopoly, guys. You are just seeing this wrong. They have been gaslighting the heck out of us. There's Amazon, there's Walmart, there's a used game market where prices are competitive. You cannot blame us because we want you to pay $150 on release day. You can eventually find it on clearance, which would be a loss for somebody else other than Sony, right? Because that's okay. We have come to accept that that's the right idea for them to not be considered a monopoly. So, yeah, by killing physical media, Sony is effectively torching its own defense, which we love. Once those discs are gone, where are you going to go to get games? You aren't going to go to, I don't know, like if you want your new games, you're not gonna have any other choice than to go to a PlayStation store. And since Sony sets the prices on their own store, well, they do have absolute control, huh? Right now, if a game is too expensive, you can wait for it for a little bit for a sale. I mean, we already have a huge backlog. What is a month or two that we haven't played the latest hot game? Buy it used, trade it in, got it on clearance. But in a digital-only world, that leverage deeply disappears. You pay what they want, when they want, or you just don't play it. It's really that simple. And don't think that this is just in the Netherlands, okay? These things are going global. They made us pay attention when they started erasing libraries. The minute that they started touching movies, that they start touching games, they think that we're not gonna notice. Come on, those things are the things that make life bearable. But we are seeing similar antitrust complaints being, prepped and put in places like Mexico. players are starting to realize that selling millions of consoles with a disk drive and then just pulling the rug out on support is a massive breach of consumer trust. I know, right? So everybody in the world is seeing that this is a massive punch to consumers' rights. And somehow we are told that this is okay, that this is the future, that this is what we wanted. I don't know, that sounds like abuse. But yeah, I mean, think about it like this. Imagine buying a car that has a trunk, right? And then a few years later, the manufacturer pushes a software update that permanently locks your trunk. You didn't ask for it. You certainly didn't get a discount for the loss of utility. But now that is just gone. That's essentially what's happening here. They are narrowing your options while keeping the price tags really high and trying to make them even higher. And they are counting on the fact that most people will just accept it as progress. But when all of us flood every post together demanding answers, when all of us start saying what we actually think, that's when we change the global conversation from "you just want a piece of plastic on your shelf dusting on" towards digital ownership rights, which is what we should be focused on. And when we do that, they have to pay attention. Okay, we aren't just consumers who should be happy to pay for whatever they push to our consoles. We are the reason they exist. It is okay to be protective of our collections. It is okay to demand that when we buy something, we actually own it. We cannot make them feel like, I don't know, we are being unreasonable for wanting to keep the second-hand market alive, or for wanting the freedom to choose where we buy our stuff. I understand it, okay? The transition to digital is inevitable, sure. We all see the trends. But the way that they are doing it, that's the one that matters. If they care about their communities, they'd be focusing on digital ownership models that actually benefit the players, not just the company's margins. They will try to make models that actually also help developers, not try to screw them over on every country that they can. It's not fair. So they should be making sure that when we buy a game, it stays ours, even if the store closes, even if the servers go down, even if they decide they don't want to support it anymore. Instead, they are moving toward a model where you are just renting access to their library, and they can pull the plug whenever it's no longer healthy for their bottom line. So we definitely need to keep an eye on these lawsuits, keep an eye on how other regions react, because the battle is being fought. The battle for digital rights is just beginning, and the outcome is going to define the future of gaming for the next 20 years. It's not about being a collector or being nostalgic. No, it's about preserving the freedom to choose, preserving the freaking games. You erase them from libraries, and where are they gonna be stored? This again, that's just art getting lost, and it's infuriating. How can we not be more upset about this? Now, the way that they are screwing over developers as well, every time that PlayStation posts something, those posts that come from developers that are promoting a new game, those are paid. Because they had a dream to do something nice, to create something for us. And now Sony is dragging everybody down with them. Us, the developers, like every post getting dragged down for something that they didn't do. And then this way that they are gonna start screwing up everybody that is not within the US, that doesn't pay in dollars or in euros, by setting up their own exchange rate. Which means that if for some market exchange rate going down, you were supposed to pay a little bit less for a game, as it used to be, because that's the fair way to do stuff. No, now the prices are gonna be set up for your own country, instead of just following what would be, again, a fair deal. If you sell me in in an exchange type, I will convert my money to that exchange and then give it to you. Fair, right? That's what everybody does when they go on vacation. But not this time. No. Daddy Sony wants to control that too. Ain't that fun? I don't know. I'm not sure if Sony sees us as meaningless, or if they believe that they are like a very concerned dad and that we lost our way. Because if that's the case, then they couldn't be more wrong. Honestly, I do own a PlayStation 5. I do own a PlayStation 4. I like PlayStation as a brand. But the way that they are behaving, I'm really not sure that I want to support them. At this point, the games that I buy, I on every platform, I don't buy them because of the platform that they are on. In Xbox and PlayStation cases, I buy them because they do not exist on Switch, and because I do support game development. Not because I support those companies anymore. Now, let's talk about Xbox, I guess. This is gonna be a fun night. I told you guys, this is gonna be a perfectly fun night. Yes, that. Now, if Sony is facing a legal firestorm, well, Xbox is just behind them, dealing with an existential crisis that's hitting them basically on two fronts. First, their own workforce, and that one is well deserved because what they did was honestly disgusting. That's the only way that I can categorize it. So it's disgraceful. Now the Communications Workers of America fought back. They have filed formal unfair labor practices charges against Microsoft because we're talking about thousands of jobs that they cut. 3,200 of them are to be exactly cut during the fiscal year 2027. So the unions here are alleging that Microsoft completely bypassed mandatory bargaining and made unilateral changes to contracts at major studios like Bethesda and ID Software. Now, these aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are the people who build the games that we love. The people behind Doom, Fallout, and the Elder Scrolls. The people behind Skyrim. And to hear that they were blindsided, treated like disposable line matters items rather than the experts who make Xbox valuable, is just heartbreaking. Xbox, you fought so hard to get Bethesda, and I was with you all the way until these freaking decisions. I don't understand how we got here, but it's heartbreaking. And why is this happening? Because management has been forced to admit that the business isn't healthy, with operating margins that are trailing their competition by a significant margin. It's a classic sad story. Corporate overreach, massive acquisitions, and when the money doesn't roll in as fast as they projected, well, the workers are the first ones to go. You're trying to sell yourself as a player-first platform. We didn't ask you to, definitely didn't ask you to raise the price of the Game Pass. Then first you promised family memberships, then you said, nah, homies, we were just joking. What we're gonna have is a price hike. And then you were like, no, now we have tiers, now we have these, now we have that. And none of those moves have been for us. Not lately. But anyways, so I guess that they're gonna have to fight their way or give them a good settlement. They deserve it. And honestly, all of those people that are getting off of their own jobs, I feel you guys, and know that we are behind you, that we really care. Even that you cannot perceive it from the people up top, we do care. We do see you. We are the ones that actually care. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about something practical, because I want your collections to be optimal, okay? So, if you guys are into retro gaming, or if you are picking up 360 games, you need to be smart about how you handle them. I just got a really good game that I loved, and it started to got, like, the outer layer got eaten, not sure why, but there's this persistent idea that all discs are created equal, and that's just not true. Honestly, if you compare a PS3 disc to an Xbox 360 disc, you are looking at two completely different worlds. If you compare it to a Wii U disc, whole different idea. PS3 games are on Blu-ray, which uses a proprietary industrial-grade hardcoat on the surface of the disc to protect the data. That one is actually very dense and sits right near the surface. The 360 games, well, they're standard DVDs. Yes, and they use a much softer polycarbonate plastic with the data sandwiched very well deeper. So, it sounds technical, but here's the takeaway. They are way easier to damage. A minor scratch on a 360 disc can really be a death sentence. And that is a real risk when we are buying used games, okay? I just bought a game like about, I wanna say 3 months ago. It had a little bit of a scratch. I asked for it to be polished in the store. They polished for me. I saw the disc, it looked great. Put it back on the case, got it home. Passed like about a month and a half. I opened it because I haven't touched it since. I opened it and I think that some of the chemicals spilled in between those two layers because there was kind of like a chemical stain in there. Very close to the end of the disc. So yeah, that wasn't very smart of me to ask for it to be polished, but hey, at least it hasn't gotten to the data yet. But unfortunately, that's not the only like structural thing with the 360. Specifically with the 360, the other one was the laser burn. So if you guys have an early 360 model, listen to me. Keep that game horizontal. The early drives didn't have enough dampening to handle the gyroscopic wobble. So if you move the console while it was running, yeah, if you bump it even slightly, if you were dancing, if you cheered after you did something good, the laser could actually grind into the disc while it was spinning. That would leave a perfect, beautiful, fatal circular gouge. It is a total tragedy for your game library. So, why am I telling you this? Because I'm ranting, because it's late, because I'm tired, and also because I want you to be able to enjoy your games. I'm that cool, huh? Isn't that nice to, I don't know, to look after the things that you guys love? Those games represent years of work, and I do understand and see that. They represent memories, they have personal history. It's a shame to see them ruined by a piece of hardware that was not designed with long-term durability in mind. It is just another reminder of why you have to be an informed player. Whether it's how these companies treat their staff, how they handle their hardware, or how they structure their digital ecosystems, everything is connected. Also pay attention to what they say. Because if they are trying to sell themselves super hard as knowing what the players want, they are more likely than not, again, never felt the frustration of wanting to throw your control into the wall because you could not pass that boss. Because that jump has taken you out every single time that you have tried it in the last 7 days. 7 days. But they don't get it. Like, don't tell me that you're a gamer if you're just playing Candy Crush. Like, for reals. Oh, but I play Solitaire. Yeah, I play Solitaire every morning too, and you don't see me making videos about Solitaire, right? Although, guys, if you want me to make videos about Solitaire, those can come out every day. Just kidding. That one is my guilty pleasure. But anyways, we're gonna stay on top of this legal case. It's an important one for workers' rights, not just because it affects the people who make our games, but because it's a bellwether for the entire industry. If Microsoft can get away with this, it sets a precedent that other companies will definitely follow. Okay, we need to be the ones who keep the pressure on. Keep caring about the people behind the screen. Keep looking after our games, keep looking and holding these companies to a higher standard. We deserve it. We belong here because we care. And that matters. They are the ones that need to learn how to belong with us. We are not the ones that have to set our standards lower and lower and lower, because they just keep lowering the bar for us. And the frameworks, the lobbyists, they allow it. They allow them to live in legal limbo. I mean, again, they just did it in Europe. They just ruled out that they need to basically police themselves. When has that worked? I mean, has anybody been on a diet? Policing yourself is really freaking hard if you don't have the right mindset. And I don't think that they want to police themselves to something that actually benefits us. It's always going to be a spreadsheet. It's always going to be a money bag. And that's freaking sad. Finally, we have to talk about GameStop and the ongoing obsession Ryan Cohen has with acquiring eBay. I have talked about this, and I want to be real with you. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of meme stock energy, and there's a lot of people who want to see this succeed simply because they don't like the mainstream establishment, because they still are rooting for GameStop as the underdog. But we need to look at the business reality. GameStop have done a lot of bad decisions over the past few years. Like, all of their business model has been shifting away from video games. We have seen that. And I see why. I mean, if your market is used games and you buy them at, I don't know, a game that they're gonna sell you in $20, they buy it at $1.50. Yeah, I get why eBay has the second game market. Because it's ridiculous for you to ask us to say, hey, if you bring your stuff here, oh my God, we're gonna pay you so good. Nobody else is gonna give you $150. But if you want to store credit, I can give you $250. Come on, $250 is going once, $250 going twice. No. That was a very predatory move. I mean, the times that I have, the only time that I tried to sell a game in GameStop, I got a set of drums with the dongle from the Rock Band sets, right? And a guitar with the dongle. They told me that they were not going to be able to pay me anything for them, but they could take them off my hands. I was like, sure. Nah. I took them back with me and I gave them away for free. Because you're not gonna go and profit for something that you gave me nothing for, or that you gave me nearly nothing for. And then their new games, yeah, I love to buy a new GameStop game that is opened and that sometimes just comes in an envelope with a brand new label, because that's a very healthy business model, right? Now, picture this. For example, if you, like, the second-hand market does have its own dangers, right? Like the danger of getting your Switch console banned because somebody copied that game to a different console and then sell it to you. And if you both access it to the same time, your both accounts will get banned. But that one is easier to fix. That one, you just open a ticket and have all of your information ready. If you have the cartridge, they will side with you. They will reinstall your game and your account. But the way that it's going, like, for example, with that Nintendo Switch example, okay? How do I know that all of your new but open cases, how do I know that I'm not gonna get banned because somebody did something that they shouldn't and you decided to put it on the shelf? So I guess that when Ryan Cohen says that software is not one of their main sources of income, that it just amounts to the 12 to 18% of the total revenue, yeah, he's right. I can say for sure, if I want to buy a new game, I definitely go to either a local store that has them sealed, to Walmart, Target, Best Buy, or directly to Amazon, because they give me my games sealed. Again, if I pay for new, you cannot give me an open stuff and say, Hey, this is completely new, sealed in box. If you open the box, you have to lower the price. It's the same thing that buying a car, taking out of the concessionary, and then being like, yeah, no, I'm gonna give it to you back with more miles and expect for you to give me my money back. No, you already used it. That's not fair. So whenever that they say that it is because we did not want to buy games, no, it wasn't us. And let's talk about your shipping practices. You wanna have eBay, the secondhand market. While whenever that, I don't know if it's only my experience, but whenever I get a GameStop package, I am praying that it's not an envelope, because those things, I don't know, I think that part of the process of getting a GameStop package out is to pass a golf cart on top of it several times until the disc inside is completely cracked in very non-recognizable pieces, and then make it so difficult to get a refund that, yeah, no, you just decide that it's not worth it, that you're gonna look elsewhere, that you'd rather go to other stores. That's exactly why GameStop is failing. So the way that he's doing this is GameStop has a 9 billion market cap, okay? The deal that he's trying to make to acquire eBay is 56 billions. That was his bid, and that one was already rejected, okay? So he went to the shareholders, and he just got approved to issue more shares. What does that mean? How does that impact everyone? Well, he is making a huge bet here. He's betting on the people that supported GameStop to keep supporting the share, even though that now their business model is shifting to be a grading of trading cards hub. That's the dream. The dream is to become a glorified Pokemon grader. Just take the game out of the company, bro, because that's what you're doing, and the way that you behave, the way that they are behaving towards the mere the mere money that is keeping food in your table is ridiculous. I don't see a lot of companies doing that. Oh, you know what? They probably do. I don't see a lot of communities not banding together to stop it, because that's not fair. Even stockholders on GameStop, the ones that have been rallying behind the meme stock for years, trying to keep it up, getting those very, very, very fun days on trading where you're like, oh, I'm going in, no, wait for it, and then, yeah, no, that's amazing, and it's gone. If you guys don't have any experience on trading, don't do it. Get just like a learning account. It's very fun to learn with it. I just wouldn't put any money on it. I do take a lot of risks, but anyway. So the fact is that they are gonna dilute the stock. They are gonna be betting on closing that bridge, which is astronomical, because they're betting on putting all their money in, acquiring debt, and then diluting the shares in order to fill in the gaps and get to the 56 billion that was already denied. So I'm not sure what the plot here is, what he wants to do for reals. It sounds very, very monopolistic as well to me. It's not all bad. I mean, there's a crack in the dam, and it's coming from China. It turns out this isn't just a rumor, it's a massive precedent set in reality. While the rest of the world is still stuck in the you do not own your games, you only license them loop, Chinese courts have essentially told major publishers that their fan print doesn't override basic inheritance rights. Hey, they found a loophole, at least with their laws. So this isn't theoretical. It's being hammered out in courtrooms right now. In multiple cases, courts have ruled that game accounts, virtual items, And microtransactions, like things like skins or rare weapons, possess genuine economic value. Because that value is real. The court decided it belongs to the gamer's estate, not the company's server. So all the money that you have invested in Fortnite, it's supposed to be inheritable, which would be amazing, right? Now, the most eye-opening part is the courts are actively rejecting that non-transferability. They're saying, no, that's not the way that it works. Because it costs money, it became an asset. Okay? Those clauses found in standard terms of service, they're saying, nah, I'm sorry, homies, but that's their human right. If it costs them, then it should belong to them and it should be able to be passed on. Companies have tried the usual song and dance, right? Arguing that they own the account and the user only has a limited right of use because that's what the fine print says, that we don't own anything when it comes to digital media. And in one case, a mother sued to take over her late son's 87 accounts, and the court shut the company down, ruling that the investment of time, effort, and money makes these assets property, not just a service license. Do you hear what they say? Somebody still care about the investment of time, effort, and money that we put in stuff that we want, that we like. And they say, you know what, that's not just a service license, that belongs to them. They explicitly stated that a company's standard contract cannot override statutory inheritance laws. So, in another bizarre but fascinating turn, a court had to handle a dispute over a golden knife weapon in the game Shang 2. The deceased widow wanted it, but his in-game romantic partner claimed a share. Yeah, the tea got good. The tea got good in China, okay? So the widow wanted the knife, but the romantic partner in the game, claimed a share on it. So the court recognized the market value of the item, ruled that they both own it, the widow and the romantic game partner, okay? They jointly acquired and they ordered it to be sold, and they split the earnings. So I just thought that it was fascinating, and I do believe that it's a bit of a ray of hope that at least one place is looking at ownership rights the way that it should be, that governments should protect our consumer rights, because that's what's supposed to be part of the free market, no? I mean, yeah, companies are able to fight amongst them whichever way that they want to. I didn't think that they were allowed to band against us. Not all at the same time, come on, give us a break. But yeah, no, I mean, it mattered for us because China is a massive influential market. When the judicial system starts treating digital assets like physical property, well, they are saying that they basically are like a car or a watch. That creates a blueprint. For now, the rest of us are still at the mercy of licensing agreements that treat our libraries as they were disposable, as we are disposable. But the digital immortality dam has cracked. I mean, if Chinese courts can force publishers to hand over the keys to a digital kingdom, hey, it's only a matter of time before the legal pressure builds any other place. And I mean, if this podcast helps to spread the love, by all means. Keep your password safe and your documentation tighter, because the definition of what you own is finally gonna start to catch up with the 21st century. Hopefully. We are gonna be, we are at crossroads. We have two big pushes being set on in front of us. One goes to everything is digital, but you don't own it. The other one is, that's fine, I'm okay with everything being digital, but are you sure that I don't own it? I own it. It is my right. It is part of my state. Therefore, I can pass it on to whomever I want to. I can sell it on to whomever I want to. And that's the deal that we want to actually make sure that we get. Because otherwise, again, we are just renting. Let's stop calling it buy. Call it share or call it lend. because there's no other way to see it. Anyways, I just rambled enough. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next quest.